I greet you, beloved of God. It's another beautiful week that God has blessed us with. I thank you for making time and joining me today.
We're going to protect Christianity, and I can say that. I don't have to be politically correct, or we're going to protect it.
Now, Bible tells us that iron sharpeneth iron, and a man sharpeneth another man. It tells us again that we should teach and admonish ourselves in all wisdom of Scripture. Now, during the Easter, whilst churches were having their Easter services, Pastor Michael Todd decided to have his own Easter service in a different way, and this is what he chose to do. For those who have not seen, this is what he chose to have as his Easter service.
Let me stay back. I told you give me a minute and I'll be right back. Got the prince in my dungeon, they said that I couldn't get it. I done got so sick and filthy with envy, I can't free a tell me.
Shimmy out, I'm getting to the money. Everybody back. I think I'm getting too much money. Everybody back.
As we were saying, Dragon, this is what you need to do. Step 1. Find you a baddie. Okay. But step 2, she gotta have a fatty. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Look back at it. Uh-oh. What is she doing?
Friends, I don't have a fatty.
Girl, we keep telling you it's okay. Your little booty matter too, friend. Y'all know they don't be discriminating.
And when this video came out, a lot of people spoke against it, people criticized it, and people were so angered and disappointed that a pastor like him, having this kind of people under his feet, shepherding them, leading them in the assumption that he's taking them onto salvation, he's leading them to the cross of Christ, and you have this as your Easter service. Now, when he got to know about the reactions of people, how disappointed they are, and how they were criticizing what he had done as an Easter service, how he had made them angry, he came out with a response to them. And this is what he said.
Just for 1 second, real quick. The enemy has been trying to convince me for 2.5 weeks to vacate my spot and believe the lies of people who don't know me. Can I be honest, y'all? Can we humble, open, and transparent? I've had people tell me that I was a false prophet. I've had people tell me that I serve the devil. I've had people tell me that I'm not fit to be a father. I've had people who prophesied over me, rebuke me publicly, and never text me, never call me, never pull up. When their ministry needed help, we were there. When stepping on me in this church could give them some views, they took the opportunity to gain 3 more followers. I can't be this real. Somebody's gonna cut this up too and make it say something that it didn't say. I just want to let you know that we serve a God who is a keeper. That scripture that says he will keep your mind in perfect peace. If you would stay your mind on him. Enemies tried to rob me of sleep. But then I started to look at the ministry of Jesus. Because I had to go back to my example. I said, I'm not trying to prove nothing to nobody. God, you the one gave me ransom. I didn't want ransom. You did that. And I don't know anything demonic that got 629 people saved. I don't know. But when I was looking at the ministry of Jesus, there were two things that elevated and spread the kingdom. It was miracles, and it was accusations and persecution. Those are the only two things that allowed the message to go. He would come in and do miracles, and then people would be like, yo, Jerome, y'all know Jerome who couldn't see? He can see now. Y'all know Carla that didn't have a hand? She has a hand now. And people would go telling the miracles, and then there was another group of people would be like, but he did it on the wrong day. And I don't know if he got clearance to do that. And so it was the two dynamics that allowed the kingdom to be forcefully advanced. I don't know, it was somewhere around Monday that I told God, thank you for considering me in this church worthy to walk in the same level of miracles and adversity that you did. Everybody wants the miracles, but nobody wants the backlash. Today, I just want to come. This is for my church. Let me be very clear before somebody cuts this up. For my church, for the people who get their soul fed here, I want to say thank you for being a church that believes in the vision, rides with your pastor, and is able to see heaven come down to earth. I just want to say thank you. I told the team, I said, people are going to vote with their attendance. They're going to vote with their giving. They're going to vote with all of the things. They're going to unfollow. They're going to do all this other stuff. I said, the only way we lose is if we stop obeying God. Success is not followers, mentions, Instagram. Success is obedience. And if it's just 4 of us in here, we gonna rock this thing till the wheels fall off. The fact that I'm standing up here, you're looking at a miracle. The enemy tried to throw all the hell at me, but I'm telling you right now, we will stand and do what God has called us to do. If you like it, fine. If you don't, fine. But we will be found faithful. You're looking at a miracle. I dare you to get all your faith and say it out loud. Say, you're looking at a miracle.
So this was his response, that those who criticized his Easter service, those who spoke against it, those who were disappointed are his enemies. Paul once upon a time asked a question to the Galatian church. He said, have I become your enemy because I told you or I spoke the truth to you? How does one become an enemy when the person only has your good interest at heart? When the person is only correcting you, seeking to draw your attention to something wrong, something that everybody and anybody can easily see that it is wrong and it is against Christianity. It is not in accordance with the Christian life. And that person has become an enemy. That person is an enemy. Does the Bible not tell us to teach and admonish ourselves that iron should sharpen iron and another man should sharpen the other? That when I see your wrong, I should correct you. When you see my wrong, you correct me. And that is how we edify and build ourselves up. The fact that you have chosen not to speak about what I may be doing wrong doesn't mean I shouldn't say or talk about what you may be doing wrong. We have a responsibility and we have a duty of care and of charge on ourselves. We have a responsibility and a duty of charge on ourselves as Christians, that I correct you and you correct me. You sharpen me and I sharpen you. You admonish me and I admonish you. And that is how we build ourselves up. And so it should not become like today when you talk about somebody in Christianity, they say, thou shalt not judge. You are not. Nobody is judging. We are only doing what Scripture wants us to do. Correct the person. Let the person also correct you. Nobody takes offense at anybody correcting anybody. Provided what you are saying is scriptural and is true, nobody will have an issue with you. But what you just did, what you did in that service is purely not Christian. It contradicts everything Christian. It contradicts every basic principle of a Christian service. And the people who are trying to prompt you have become your enemies. Wow. And you see, he's still confident and he's still courageous and he is still proud of what he has done. But Pastor Michael Todd, Bible says, your boasting is not good. Don't you know that a little leaven leavens the whole lump? A little bit of these things. Look, he started doing some of these things long ago and people kept a blind eye. And this is how far he's taking this thing today. A little leaven leavens the whole lump. We keep quiet. And so I always say, a little closing of the mouth, a little closing of the eyes, and evil will take over. This is what we have on our hands to deal with. That today when you tell somebody the truth, even your Christian brethren, you become an enemy. And this is not good. This is too scary and dangerous. And so I want to say today that let not your children, let not your family take so inspiration from anybody out there that is called a pastor or a prophet or whatever. Teach them the word yourself. Teach them the way yourself, because out there you cannot trust. Look at the people that sit at his feet. They still see nothing wrong with what he did. These people have a principle, and that is grace, grace, grace. And so they have no restrictions, they have no limitations, and they go all out, thinking that we are going to mess up and grace will handle it. We will mess up and grace will handle it. They have no self-discipline. They have no self-control. And that is the danger and the risk we have here to deal with today, even as Christians. And if I dare to say, it is not even safe in the church out there. So Bible tells us that, you therefore, beloved, knowing this beforehand, take care that you are not carried away with the errors of lawless people and lose your own stability. These people are lawless. They don't want to subject themselves to any restrictions, any limitations. They want to go all out and do anything and everything they feel like doing. But that is the risk. And Bible is cautioning us today that we should be careful not to follow these kind of lawless people. I thank you for making time and staying with me today. God willing, I'm going to come to you same time next week. But don't forget, watch out for lawless people. People who think they are under no restriction. People who think they are under no limitations. And grace is all they swim in. Grace has an expiry date. And like Paul said, grace does not give us the license to keep on messing up. God bless you, and I love you. Bye-bye.